welcome back to another live stream repair for homepods that we've gotten over the Labor Day weekend that are waiting to get fixed up. We're going to try to get all 4 of them working again before the end of the stream. First one's from John, and it's got the common no power issue. Let's go ahead and plug it into power and confirm those symptoms. Nothing happening other than 4 watts of power draw from the wall, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Noberto, thanks for jumping in. Welcome. Yeah, I'm glad that you were able to get sorted out. It's always my least favorite when I'm the only option for somebody on the other side of the planet. So it's always nice. And yeah, by the way, if you're offering HomePod repair services, I'm more than happy to add your info to the website. We've got a list of people around the world offering HomePod repairs. Of course, if you have a website and some place where people can leave reviews and check you out, then you'll have an easier time getting people to reach out to you. If all you've got is an email address, I'm more than happy to put your name and email up on my website, but I wouldn't count on too many people reaching out to you. Did I hurt my cable? Oh no, I didn't. Nice. I recently acquired, finally, a 3D printer. I am very excited with that to be able to start printing custom parts for HomePods and other things, so we can start really having some fun with these. I gotta brush up on my computer-aided software design skills, because I haven't touched any of that since like 2010, back when I was in high school. Forgive me, one of my cameras is just now turning on. We've got our diode 1746K dated there. We know that's bad and needs to get replaced. There we go. Hey, Gauleek, I would encourage you to head over to the website, nixfix.com, go to the Common Issues section and check out the Blinking Volume Buttons issue. It's pretty well documented how to connect your HomePod to your PC. Getting any farther than that, unfortunately, nobody's had any luck. If we do make any progress, or if anybody else does, we'll be updating that website, the section of that website. Get it till it's nice and squishy. And that's all there is to it. Now we can slap it back together just enough to see if it powers on now. So we'll drop our amplifier back in, put in just a couple of screws. We don't need them all in there yet. If it ends up not working or needing more work, then this will make it easy to take it back out. But if it tests out perfectly fine and it's ready to put back together, then we've already made some of our progress back. And in particular, I'm putting the screws in that are covered up by our power supply here, so we don't have to take that back out. Okay. We're going to connect our subwoofer here to their amplifier. This is connected to a multimeter under the desk, which is plugged in via USB to our PC, which has a display readout on the bottom right here in red. When I poke on the subwoofer here, you can see that number fluctuate. Essentially what we're looking for here is not only if this thing powers on now, but if it sounds good and the current condition of that amplifier, because another very common problem with these is, of course, death farts, or the more technical term for what causes those death farts, DC offset. And DC offset is simply just an amount of voltage away from 0 millivolts. You want 0 millivolts of DC going into your speaker. Any amount isn't great, and any more than 50 millivolts is when it's a sign that your filters that are supposed to remove this DC voltage from your audio signal are going bad. So we've got great sounding bass, obviously we've got power, and our DC offset is at a very fancy 2 millivolts and holding very steady. So we don't need to worry about filters on this or any death farts. This is ready to put back together. We'll go ahead and do that now. If the whole DC offset thing kind of just went whoosh over your head, I've got a little more info up on my website, And head over to the common issues section. We've got a section for DC offset. And we break it down a little more into detail there. Chances are we will see some bad filters tonight, even though nobody probably sent theirs in for it. Hey John, glad you could make it to the stream and watch your HomePod come back. I personally had no doubt. I'm just kidding, we've seen some weird stuff here. I still have a couple of amplifier boards with like no power that I still haven't figured out. But like we're talking like 2 amps out of at least 1,000 that I've seen with no power. Alright, see if it's nice and sealed up. Yep. You could say that we've done this once or twice. Thank you. Oh, all right. Good sound. Volume buttons light up nice and evenly. John's all fixed up and ready to go. Let's grab Andrew's HomePod here. Get their info up on the screen. Okay. First thing is first. As usual, as always, with no power, we are going to check our symptoms with a known good power cable. So we've got 3 to 4 watts of power draw from the wall, nothing happening to the HomePod itself. It does appear to be the exact same diode failure as John's HomePod that we just fixed up a few minutes ago. Let's crack it open and find out. Oh, bullocks. It's okay, we pretty much got it up already, so there we go. So if you're curious, this is just 90% isopropyl alcohol. We're dripping it into the outer perimeter of the subwoofer and swirling that around. That's gonna seep into the glue that's holding this basket down. So after we unscrew it and go to pry it up, it'll be a lot easier. We won't have to fight that glue as much.
Sorry, Mom called while I was feeding the baby. Sorry. So Mom's thinking about flying out here maybe a day or two. Sorry. I heard her door.
Oh, okay.
It's not too hot.
So she's leaving Bailey at home? What's she gonna do? Is she just staying with Dad?
Yeah.
That makes
I
sense.
told her I was with you.
That makes sense because then Dad has someone.
Yeah.
And we don't have to worry about that.
She's not the one.
No, she's absolutely not. I'm just not a dog person, you know?
Oh, Nick, what are you gonna do when we get a dog?
It'll be my dog. I wasn't, a kid person before our kid either.
I don't know, I look at Bailey as my dog. Because she's my mom's dog. She's my sister, basically.
Speaking of dog.
Dog hair. But, so she might fly out here. We have plenty of cars.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can get the
The swap one.
the swag wagon.
Make her drive it.
She wants to.
She knows how to drive a stick.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. She hasn't driven one in a long time.
Yeah, but like once you learn it, it's kind of hard to unlearn it.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Like, I'll go not driving the Z for like a year, and then I can hop back into it, and it's like nothing. But that only applies if you're half decent at driving stick.
Yeah.
I.e., a certain somebody that can't drive.
My mom.
Unless, no,
Or me.
no,
Oh. You?
no.
Who are you talking about? Being a hater?
I'm just being a hater.
Certified hater. But she's still deciding, though. What she wants to do. I wonder what her timeline is, because I don't know when her coworker graduates. Because she wants to be out of there before her coworker graduates. Understandable. Have a great day. She's been working at this place for a month, and she's just now getting onto her contracted work schedule. I'd be so mad. You can't just have people sign up to work one schedule and then when they start having one something completely different.
Yeah.
Especially if they sign a contract stating these are the days you'll be working and the hours. You agree to this? Yes. So, yes. To be fair though, it's a hospital in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Tennessee. So I'm not surprised that it's managed like shit.
Yeah.
Like one of the other EKG techs has straight up been telling patients their results. You don't do that, the doctor does.
Another 1748K.
You just want to have a little grazing now?
Yeah.
Because I still haven't enjoyed it. Did you eat your whole sandwich?
Yeah.
Okay. entire loaf of bread.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a whole French loaf.
Oh, it's a French loaf.
Yeah, they said it was French loaf or Italian loaf. Same thing, but different. Yeah, because the mini one's a quarter, the regular's a half, and the giant is a full. And they don't take the bread out like they do at Jersey Mart or Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
Every time I go there, I'm just so disappointed. But they do have roast beef. Every roast beef ever.
Oh no.
And I used all my food.
Well, I got points now. Points enough for a free sandwich.
I still have a free one. I had so many points. They didn't have roast beef in Florida. I'll have to try it next.
Squishy, squishy. Kids. So you want a new computer, but your parents won't buy it for you. Here's how you do it. Throw the keys in the toilet. Throw the phone in the toilet. Throw a kiwi in the toilet. And you're done. The next day your parents will take you to the store and buy you a new computer. And what have we got? Some power. All right, another perfectly functioning HomePod. Let's get this back together.
I'm having trouble connecting. I'm having
Perfect. Andrew's all fixed up, which leads us to Thomas here.
Your HomePod is about to reset. Keep pressing until you hear 3 beeps.
Oh, right, sorry. So we've got Thomas's HomePod here. He says that it's got dirty bass at around anywhere higher than 25% volume. So I'm willing to bet we will hear some rattling around when this plays the setup tone, indicating most likely this has been dropped and bent to the subwoofer, not allowing it to seal anymore. It'll take a second for us to let this reset so we can hear that. And that actually sounded perfectly fine to me. Let's go ahead and give it one more listen here. Oh, yep, I did hear it. It is slight, but it's there, and I'm sure if we could play that setup tone at a louder volume, we could make it more noticeable. But I heard what I needed to hear, and I think I know what we're gonna see here. So let's crack this open and see if we've got a bent up subwoofer. Oh, we've got a bent screw here. So I'm betting this is going to be where our problem is. Yep, there it is. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate as best as I can here. We can fit our metal tool underneath the subwoofer here all the way around until we get here. And now we can't because it's bent right here. I'm not sure how well that shows up on the camera, but essentially the HomePod was dropped somehow and the weight of the subwoofer just bent it out of shape as it hit the floor or whatever it was. So we'll go ahead and get this subwoofer replaced. It'll be easy enough for me to bend it back and reuse it. Nothing wrong with that. The baby is just asleep right now, so I can't make the racket that it would take to do that. So we'll just go ahead and swap it. Oh, this one's bent too. Here we go. Okay. We'll put this in our pile of bent speakers that we need to straighten out for later. And before we get too excited and just slap this back together and call it a fix, let's see. Okay, so this does not need a new Schottky diode. It's got a date code of 1736K on its current one, which is outside of the range of diodes that normally fail and cause no power. So the only thing left really here is to see if it's got any DC offset problems. So we'll go ahead and plug our test woofer in, get our logic board connected. So we've got a sound source to power that amp on. And we'll give this a sec to boot up so we can see what that offset reading is. Or in other words, how bad our filters are. All right. You can't get much better offset than that. So let's go ahead and put this back together. Sounds beautiful. So, we've got one more to take care of. And that would be from Fred with no power. Let's go ahead and check our symptoms. See what we've got going on here. Alright, it appears to be the same dead diode symptoms as most of these no power pods. Let's crack it open and find out. here we are again. Alright, Fred, let's see if you are back from the dead. We've got power. But how dirty is that base? Ah, fuck. I told you we'd need new filters. I told you we'd see at least one today that needed new filters. I hate doing filters. Especially when it's the last one. You're holding this up, buddy. You're the only thing standing between me and food right now. Oh, it doesn't get much better than that, folks.
I came in there, she was crying and whacking herself in the head. Then I took it out and put it in her mouth and she woke up happy. Like she wasn't awake when she was crying and bonking herself. But I put it in her mouth and she woke up. And then a big smile out.
Hi.
A good nap. I'm just hanging out and watching.
Okay, so according to my meter history, our offset got up to 98 millivolts before we pulled the power. And I'm sure if we left it plugged in, it would just continue to grow and grow. Which is why we went ahead and replaced those while we have it, because even if it's not death farting on them now, it will be soon. Well, not anymore. If we've got that offset under 50 millivolts holding steady, then we'll be good to go.
See? Yeah. You're so funny. Goodbye, Daddy.
Goodbye, Daddy.
You want the door jam?
No. Oh, you're talking to her.
Kissing.
That's more like it. The closer to zero, the better.
How many you got?
This is the last one.
Oh shit. I'll get this off.
But since you asked, I've got 4 more. Four more with no power and death farts. And then when we fix them all up, they're just gonna lose their base completely. Yeah. Let's go. almost didn't put the rest of the screws for the amp in. Let's go ahead and do that. Hello, Fred. Glad you could make it. If you're ever curious enough to go back and rewatch, the live streams will always be up so you can go relive the experience. You had the typical faulty diode, and then once we got it powering up, it had a little bit of DC offset that we needed to give it some new filters for as well. So easily not the worst case scenario. We've seen this plenty of times. But a little more work than usual. And you'll hear me as soon as we see it that it needed new filters. You'll hear my reaction to that. I hate filters. I hate doing them. I'd rather just swap diodes out all day and be warm and fuzzy inside. Oh, that's sad. That's no way for our HomePod to live its life out. Oh, the minis definitely have their place, but I wouldn't buy a mini expecting it to fill the void of a full-sized HomePod in my heart.
Say hi.
Maybe the bathroom? I got a mini in the bathroom because I don't want to fry a full-sized HomePod from all the humidity over time. Even though they're generally going to be just fine. And perfect little speakers for me to leave in my cube at the office. So I don't feel guilty leaving such a nice speaker in my cube being unused for most of the day. And
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
aren't we all?
I'm having trouble connecting.
Alright, folks, that is everything fixed up today, and I am very hungry, so we're going to make this outro quick. If you are looking for doing info on doing your own HomePod repairs or reaching out to me to get HomePods or maybe something else fixed for you, check out the website, nixfix.com, and I will catch you all in the next live stream repair. Goodbye!